don't know if y'all ever seen Do the Right Thing, but my guy bugging out, he was a troublemaker. Oh, and I'm a troublemaker. If you follow the channel, you know from time to time, I make trouble. I'm a troublemaker, and I'm making trouble. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why Tank Davis is going to be forced to do some things. Why the PBC and they old business models ain't going to cut it. Let's talk about it. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV, man. Get your big goofy ass in here and hit the bag. Hit that like button for your boy. That helps the channel. You know, I appreciate that love. Shout out my gang, my bag hitters. Y'all know the count. Real quick, I will be doing $150 giveaway. This is for the people who pay attention to my channel, who rock with your boy, who's actually going to see the end of this video. I just opened up the merch store, and I have the details about how I'm going to do this $150 giveaway. It's going to be at the end of this video, so stick around. Now, for everybody else, the PBC has caught a lot of flack, a lot of criticism about their business model and business practices. A lot of people feel like they're the reason why, of course, most recently, Showtime and other networks have ended their relationship with the sport of boxing. Why? Because the sport of boxing hasn't generated the money it needed to really stick around and continue to be a pillar at those, or a staple at those networks, right? That's the issue. That's the only reason why Showtime isn't keeping boxing around. It's not generating enough money. Trust and believe me, if it was generating a ton of money, they would be kissing boxing ass. You know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But that's not the case. And again, most I believe it's the consensus is the fact that the PBC and Al Heyman, their business model, their business practices has a lot to do with the failure of the sport of boxing in these major networks. All right. Now, of course, you let me know your opinion in the comment section. You tell me why you feel like it didn't work out after 37 years with Showtime continuing to push the sport of boxing and broadcast PBC boxing on Showtime, of course. Now, here's the thing. Moving forward for Al Heyman and PBC, whoever acquires the PBC, whoever decides to get in bed with Al Heyman, they're going to have some big expectations. Bottom line, it's not like they're going to look at Al Heyman and the PBC and not look at their track record. They're not going to take a look at that business model. They're not going to look at, ask to give a peep at those books and look at those returns and see what the hell's going on and what have went wrong and what they can do to fix it, right? Why would we be in a position to roll the dice with you guys? Listen, people are interested. They're interested in picking up PBC for sure, right? Because everybody feels like, with the right strategy, they can win in the sport of boxing. It's still a big business at the end of the day. But some things are going to have to change. And one of the biggest things that's going to change is the fact that the best are going to have to continue to fight the best. You're going to have to get 2023s across the board, right? I say that because 2023 was definitely a big year in the sport of boxing, and all of these really big fights in the sport of boxing, PBC was right in the middle of it because they had the talent and to do so. They had the fighters to do so, and they allowed it to go down. They allowed it to transpire, which they could have been doing. But I think in a last-ditch attempt to kind of suffice, to kind of pacify the execs at Showtime, they tried to do this and it just didn't work. I think at this point they had already made up their mind. But moving forward, whoever is to acquire the PBC, you're going to see these type of matchups all the time. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a regular business model. It's creating the big fights, putting the big fights. And of course, PBC has arguably both of the face of boxing in the Gervonta Tank Davis and the Canelo Alvarez, but especially of Gervonta Tank Davis. Ain't no more, letting the fight marinate. You know what I'm saying? Letting it, this fight's not ready yet. That fight's not ready yet. This guy he ain't big enough. None of that. Oh, no. All of that is out the window. It's going to be the best fighting the best on a regular basis, right? So that's why I believe Tank Davis will be forced to fight the best out there. And for him right now, I do believe it's Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, two guys that he's already admitted that, once he got those guys, that he was gone. He already said it wasn't about money anymore. It was about proving to these guys that he was the best. I think that probably helps build fights more than anything when it's not all about the money. But moving forward, I think things are going to look a lot different for Tank Davis. I think the biggest knock that there has been on Tank Davis, and I'm guilty of this as well because I'm a huge Tank Davis fan, but I got to be real about it. He hasn't been fighting the best that the division has had to offer at the end of the day. I'm just keeping it a buck, right? When you think about Tank Davis fights, you don't call any of these fights 50-50 fights. You want to start seeing Tank Davis in fights that you believe are really, really close fights, that you can't just say, hey, Tank's going to smoke him, or this guy doesn't have a shot. You want to see Tank in 50-50 fights. And I think that's going to be a big part of whoever acquires PBC. That's what they're going to want to put in that contract, that they will be fighting the best, that they will be fighting the number one contenders, the mandatories, or whatever the case may be. Those fights are going to have to happen. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. I believe that that's the business model whoever acquires PBC is going to be. Now, for everybody who really rocks with your boy and you made it this far in the video, the $150 giveaway, right? Now, shout out to my guy, Sean Newchurch, man. Big salute. Paul, William, Anthony, Andrew, Craig, all of y'all, man, everybody who's asked about the merchandise. Like, yo, I want to get a hat. I want to get a shirt. I just dropped the merch store. So if you click down here below to browse store and then click on one of those, that'll lead you to more merchandise. Pick up a shirt, a hat, whatever the case may be. Now, if you do purchase a shirt or a hat, all you have to do is rock the apparel, or even if you get a coffee mug, rock the apparel, put it on, hold it up in a 5 to 10 second video shouting out the channel. And then with that video, of course, I'm going to put that in one of my intros for sure. But once you make that video, you got to get it to me, right? Go over to Instagram at HeavyBagBoxingTV, throw the video in my DM, and I promise you, I'll get all of the videos that are submitted on a live, and then we will vote for the winner. Now, the cutoff date will be next month, November the 20th. All right, I won't accept any more after that, but on that live following November the 20th, everybody who has entered, I'll reach back out to you via Instagram to let you know about the live. We'll do a vote, and the winner will get the $150. All right, fair enough. Now, of course, this is an itty bitty channel, man. Ain't clocking no real bread. You know what I'm saying? I do this out of the passion and love for the sport, man. I don't need none of this shit, to be completely honest with you. I'm straight. But I did want to give back and show love to the people who show love to me all the time, man. And I feel the love. That's why I continue to come back and do it, man, and rock out on Heavy Bag Boxing TV. So I appreciate y'all. And get with me on the DMs, man. Browse in the store, cop you something, rock with your boy. All right, that's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.